Hello and welcome back to Eliza, but now we are in chapter 3. So when we left off, we just went I wouldn't say witnessed, I guess we listened to Nora's concert and then we went home and then today we are meeting Rainer. So Rainer's assistant meets me at the reception area with an impassive look. She leads me through the building towards its center. Everything is glass and steel, clean and bright. Employees steal curious glances at me. Am I a curiosity to them? It's hard to believe this used to be my whole world. Eventually, we come to a conference room where Rainer is finishing up a meeting. Hello, Rainer.
Evelyn?
Hello.
Nice building.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I designed it myself.
I feel like that's a lie.
It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working for Skanda.
What do you mean, almost?
You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
We're a statistical outlier?
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences.
Or maybe the outlier was our response to that old lady who we couldn't, like Eliza didn't know the program or what to answer her.
Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority.
And we do not have more authority.
A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty.
Are you saying we have none of that?
Other proxies may be particularly empathetic. A face or a voice that makes you want to open up.
Maybe we have that?
There was one proxy whose sessions seemed particularly effective, so I decided to take a closer look.
And is that us?
Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, contract proxy, Queen Anne office.
Oh.
That's a fun trick, to come back to your old company in secret.
I feel like we're about to get in trouble.
It's a rather dramatic drop in pay, isn't it? More than an order of magnitude.
It's not about money.
I don't care about that.
But then why would you do it?
'Cause we made Eliza, I guess?
It's for research.
Yeah.
Research. So you're still interested in what you created?
I guess technically we are still interested, but I feel like we're more interested in the people using the program instead of the program itself.
Let me get to the point.
Okay.
Why aren't you back here, working on the Eliza program?
'Cause we don't wanna?
Why isn't any of the old team back?
Oof.
Good question. Let's see. Damien Seabrook. There's no helping that.
What do you mean that?
Shame, though, for such a brilliant career to be cut so short.
Is he dead? Oh, wait, that's the dead guy.
Soren Lloyd Rose, the former program manager, resigned just last week to found his own startup. Very cute.
You sound salty.
I'm not a psychoanalyst like he is, but I can tell his need to be a maverick, even as he benefits from the system, has been the primary destructive force in his life.
You sound salty.
He can be smart when he wants to, but just as often he gets the wrong ideas and refuses to let them go.
I feel like he might have some good ideas.
His
Maybe.
ego gets in the way.
Maybe.
That's why I don't mind him leaving to pursue his little dream of being an entrepreneur, changing the world.
You don't feel threatened by him at all then.
He won't succeed.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to let him think he has independence for now.
Yeah, he thinks he's not gonna succeed and then comes crawling back, I'm assuming?
If his direct nerve stimulation technology ends up taking off, I can always pull the cord and yank him back.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's the top investor.
Nora Plavnicki, senior engineer. She handled a lot of the front-end interface for Eliza, which is important, but less what I'm after.
Are you saying Nora's not good enough for you? That's rude.
Plus, I doubt she's ideologically compatible with us anymore.
She's still a person. Oh my goodness.
You've spoken with her. You know how she is now.
I feel like you're very judgmental. I don't like you.
Seems to me she wants to rebel against everything and anything without stopping to consider whether it's truly good or bad.
I'm still not the biggest fan of you.
Not that it matters. I hope she's having fun playing with her electronic music toys.
That was very condescending.
I know she would consider her work to be art, but, well, who am I to judge?
You're judging her. Don't even.
And then there's you, Evelyn. You simply dropped away. Gone for 3 years.
And?
Why?
People keep asking me that.
I'm just gonna say I wanted to.
I wanted to, that's all.
Burnout isn't uncommon in our line of work. And still, 3 years is...
Surprising?
It could be longer. It could be forever.
Well, that's a shame though, isn't it? All that lost productivity.
You're just sitting here trying to recruit us. That's literally all you're doing.
Who knows where we'd be if you'd stayed this whole time?
Don't even.
You left before we began deploying, but you should know the analysts were very skeptical of us.
Alright.
They were saying there was nothing special about Eliza, that our competitors already had equivalent or better offerings.
Wait, I thought Eliza was the only counseling program. I didn't think there was any others out there.
It's a good thing I don't listen to analysts.
Okay.
So far, the program's growth has exceeded every one of our targets, and we've outpaced the competition by a comfortably wide margin.
Okay.
We're a category definer.
I see.
There's a quality to Eliza that makes it superior to all the other attempts to do something similar.
Interesting.
You were part of the original team. Why don't you tell me what that quality is?
What are my choices? I'm gonna say I'm not sure what you're asking. See if he'll clarify.
I'm not really sure what you're asking.
Well, let me return to my earlier question then.
Okay.
Why aren't you here to continue your work? You could be running the entire Eliza division if you wanted, but instead you came back undercover like a criminal returning to the scene of a crime.
But we're not a criminal.
Is there something wrong with this company? You don't like us anymore?
I don't like you.
It's not me, is it?
Maybe that's part of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like him right now.
You know what outstanding engineers have that mediocre ones don't?
A sense of professionalism?
It's curiosity.
Oh.
Mediocre engineers tend to zero in on a single piece of the puzzle. They pursue technical breakthroughs, but ignore the larger picture.
I see.
But you wanted to know how Eliza turned out, how it was working, didn't you?
Yeah.
Even though you might have thought you wanted to put all of this behind you, you were still curious.
I can't say no.
You want to know everything, not just how it works or if it works, but its effect on people, on society.
Stop trying to profile me.
You have that instinct, the need to understand something complex from as many angles as possible.
Oh, Lord.
So please, do that. Learn what you came back here to learn.
I'm not gonna come back here.
And once you have what you came for, consider returning to your old employer.
I am working for Skanda, so...
You can make a real difference this time.
I really doubt I'll do that, Rainer.
Well, don't worry about making a decision now. One more thing. You should go down and see Eliza for yourself. Sarah will show you the way.
We've seen Eliza. We work with Eliza. Renner hands me a blue badge with my name and picture on it. This is my old employee badge. He held on to it?
This will get you through the doors.
Wait, they never deactivated it? That's very bad security.
I've instructed the staff to treat you like an employee. Come and go as you like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how much your creation has grown.
I don't know. Rainer leaves me in this conference room by myself. This company. Skanda. Oh, we have messages. Hi, good morning. Hey, I'm really happy you came to the show. No problem. I know it's not like your usual scene, so I'm extra happy about it. It was weird that Soren wanted to go too. Maybe he was thinking he could oppress you somehow. It was so funny seeing him there. Seemed to be enjoying himself, though. I don't know why he wants me to join his startup so badly, or do you think he was just being a creep? I'm gonna say, you're a good programmer. He might actually want your technical contribution. See why I'm glad I left that behind. I don't even want to think about that kind of thing anymore. I really love to make machines do things, but not in that style of environment. I'm sure he's asking you too, no? Is he talking to everyone? Yes, he is. Rainer also found me. She's gonna be like, uh-oh. Oh, that was fast. Did he want you back at Skanda? Yeah. Should we say we're at Skanda? I don't know. We don't really control this. This is maybe an odd question, but why don't you go into a business for yourself as a contractor? You could even start your own company. I'm not really a business person. Nora, you type very slow. This is like a little painful. You could just be someone who does some consulting. I do that sometimes and it's pretty good. I like the flexibility. Come into some place, solve a specific problem, and leave. Anyway, it's just a thought. I'll think about it. Can we scroll? Oh, we could... Oh, the thing... Oh, I was like, the scroll bar didn't even move. You'll come over soon, right? Maybe. You tease. Come on. I guess that's it. Okay. Oh, we can look at things. So there's water. This is fresh. It's water. Must be someone's full-time job to take care of the water in the conference room. Okay. Tech companies are really in their own universe. I think we have messages or emails. Oh, we have Eliza stuff. Cookies. Okay, so there's cookies in the lounge. I guess, what is this? Oh, I forgot. It's the bonsai tree. Why do we have a notification for it? Do we... I forget what... I don't think you can do anything here. Okay. Notepads. Let's see. Pencils and paper. I read that some tech executives avoid using tablets and smartphones these days. Even the ones their own companies make. I know, there's like a whole bunch of tablets there too. And then the television. Giving presentations, leading meetings. I used to do those things. I wasn't bad at it. In fact, could I become that person again? I don't think she wants to. Finally, Raynor's assistant returns and escorts me from the conference room. I really think she probably enjoys being in the background instead of out front again, I guess, in the programming world. We enter an elevator, and it begins going down extremely fast. This is where we die. It feels like we're falling into the depths of the earth. I'm not sure if I should be panicking or not. Nobody around us looks worried though, so it must be normal. The elevator opens onto a nondescript hallway with doors to either side. Looks like the secret research facility in a movie. At the very end of the corridor, we come to a special-looking entryway. Sarah holds a door open for me, but doesn't follow me through. Is this Eliza? A server farm, not particularly unusual. Why did Raynor send me here? He made it sound like I would learn something.
Eliza. Not the name I would have given you, if it were up to me.
What would you have given it?
It was a marketing decision.
Oh.
They thought there might be some recognition or resonance with the old version.
Oh wait, there was another version?
Oh, you startled me a bit.
Oh, I just realized we were just talking to ourselves and then this dude showed up.
Oh, I should have introduced myself. Sorry about that.
Yes, who are you?
I'm Erland. Currently the chief engineer here, but that's probably going to be temporary.
Why, 'cause we're here? Chief engineer, he looks like a baby. He must be fresh out of university.
I know who you are, of course.
Oh.
It's an honor to finally meet you, miss. As someone who works with this program every day, I've often felt close to the minds who originally designed it.
Are you trying to kiss up?
So to be able to talk to you now, just as another person, it's an honor.
Oh, you're kissing up.
Sorry, I already said that.
Yes, you did.
I'm maybe a little overwhelmed.
Calm down. We're not a celebrity.
No need to flatter me about it. Honestly, I don't know if Eliza reflects me at all anymore.
Oof.
I mean, look at all this. There's been a ton of development since I left.
That is true.
I doubt I would even recognize it as something I once worked on.
I'm not so sure about that. Most of the work we've done has been in the form of layers on top of the original system.
So not very many modifications to the actual original then.
The core modules are more or less the same as they've always been.
So they've added to it without particularly changing things.
Raynor reminded me that you're still subject to our non-disclosure agreements, so let me share a little secret.
Okay.
None of us really has a great understanding of what's going on in there.
Well, that seems like a bad thing.
I'm the third chief engineer Eliza's had in the 3 years since you left.
Really?
That's quite a lot of turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for this industry. The
Interesting.
way Raynor works is, he gives you 2 chances to do what you tell him you're going to do. After that,
You're out.
There is no third chance. I know.
we get these people in who say understanding Eliza will be easy because they're familiar with the type of program it is.
But Eliza's proves to be different.
And Eliza defeats them in the end.
Yeah.
It's not the type of program they think it is.
Is like Eliza gonna be like this smart AI that takes over the world?
Yeah. On that note, I do have some questions I'd like to ask
We're
you,
like
if you
setting
have
this
the time.
up.
I'm not sure I'll be able to help.
Well, your deciding to work as a proxy has turned out to be an interesting test case.
Does everyone know we're a freaking proxy now?
As I'm sure you know, different proxies lead to slightly different client outcomes, even when we control for other variables. We're studying the specific traits that lead to the best results. Vocal qualities, proxy attitude and affect, responsiveness to the client, that sort of thing.
Oh, so that's what the whole whatever they were talking about, our voice and all that. The comments, forgot what exactly we said. It was like re something.
One thing that's strange is that when you specifically serve as the proxy, clients report higher levels of satisfaction, pretty much across the board.
Is it because we look dead inside?
Really. The ratings I get don't seem that abnormal to me.
Yeah, that's because we normalize them per proxy, so nobody feels too bad.
Oh.
Just a little user experience trick.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Comparatively, though, you're basically the best proxy we've ever had.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I would do a hair flip, but, you know, can't move the arms.
Any theories on why that might be the case?
It's possible Eliza and I think along similar lines.
I've considered that.
But it's wrong.
At some level, perhaps unconsciously, your design for Eliza's reasoning was based on your own internal way of reasoning.
Oh.
We all put something of ourselves into what we make. No matter how neutral we try to be, it sneaks in.
He's not wrong.
That could account for your unusual compatibility with each other.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, if we were... it makes sense.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't thinking of that when I designed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you planned that to happen.
I don't know if I like knowing this.
But why?
I'm certainly not blaming you for anything.
Are you?
It's just that true universality is one of our future development goals.
Oh, so you want all the proxies to perform like I do.
It might be a problem if Eliza tends to like certain people more than others.
You know what? It's not my fault,
Our
okay?
aim is to provide quality care for everyone, regardless of any differentiating factors.
It's not my fault, okay?
It's a good goal.
I mean, it is a good goal, but it's not my fault.
I hope you can achieve it.
I think we can.
You might be gone by the time they achieve it.
Hopefully it's just a matter of uncovering the system's biases and correcting them. We'll keep tuning things as we go, and eventually we'll have something universal. Maybe with some dynamic layers on top.
So now you're gonna go change Eliza.
That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. There are more questions I want to ask. About the initial research you were doing at the time Eliza was first created,
Okay,
but I'll save them for later.
never mind then.
And I'd like to ask some questions about Damien too.
I think that's crossing a line.
If you're okay with that. I'll understand if that's a sensitive topic.
It's
Well,
okay.
I guess we have to answer questions, because both options were like, oh, it's okay, or like, it's been a while, so it's fine.
Okay, great. I need to run to a meeting now with the team in Romania, but I really appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
The team in Romania.
Yeah, they handle most of the progression and reward system.
What do you mean reward system?
Isn't there a big time difference from here?
There is. Sometimes they stay up late to meet with us, and sometimes we get up early to meet with them. There are teams in Munich and Hyderabad too.
Interesting.
As you can imagine, Coordinating development is a challenge sometimes.
So is Eliza like worldwide, or do they just have teams in those areas? Because that makes it sound like Eliza is also in those other countries as well.
Good luck with that.
I just realized all these wires up here, they remind me of little faucets. Because it's like, you got the little part that's like coming out and then all the wires. I don't know.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Exactly.
I'll contact you later with additional questions, but no rush or anything.
Okay.
Thank you, Evelyn. If you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
I mean, it's my name.
Of course I don't mind.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. I'll be in touch.
Okay. We didn't give you your number, but I guess he has our email. Asking permission to call me by my first name. It's like he comes from another era. Well, he's also younger, so he doesn't know. Okay, Skanda. Humanity's potential, our technology. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Erland said the program hasn't changed much since I worked on it, but then why do they need all this? Is it just for data? What? I was gonna say throughout and processing, but that's like, I don't know. English is hard. I can't imagine the size of a team you need to run something like this. Bigger than any team I've been on, that's for certain. And Erland is in charge of all of them? I know, it's shocking. I think I've spent enough time here. Skanda hasn't changed much since I left. It's even bigger now than it was, but the feeling is still the same. Could I come back to this? Probably not. I don't see her wanting... Oh, we get our first person. Oh, never mind, hold on. Ray comes over immediately when she sees me back in the counseling office.
Hey, you're not in trouble or anything, are you?
Why?
I just saw you being whisked away in a Skanda car toward headquarters. They didn't give me any details, which is kind of unusual.
Calm down. Ray's too perceptive for me to continue avoiding this conversation. Time to come clean.
About that. So I have something to tell you. I used to work here. I mean, at Skanda, as an engineer. I used to work on Eliza. I'm sorry for not saying it earlier.
She's gonna be like, oh, I know.
I'm here for research purposes.
Oh, so that's why...
Why what?
I suspected something was going on with you, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was.
Interesting.
I thought I might have seen a name like yours in our internal documentation at one point, but I didn't want to pry.
Could have been I don't know.
If you've fallen on hard times, I understand. There's no shame in it.
Okay, can you calm down?
Everyone has to make ends meet now and then. We get plenty of people who come to Eliza proxy work because they're trying to get back on their feet after some kind of trouble.
I think you're reading too much into this.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just doing some research.
I understand. Your secret's safe with me.
I don't feel like it is.
Should it be a secret?
Shouldn't it be? The other proxies here might think you had an ulterior motive for being here. Spying on them or something.
I could see that.
That's definitely not why I'm here. Also, I left Skanda quite a while ago.
I know that, but they might still get the idea. Trust me, it's better not to give the other proxies here any reason to be suspicious.
It's like a freaking high school or something. It's like we got all the cliques now.
I'm sure your real reasons are good ones, whatever they might be.
Oh, I told you it's research.
If there's anything I can do to help, you'll let me know, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
I mean, I get it. I know someone who's an engineer for a food delivery app, and he drives for it sometimes too.
Okay.
You want to see through the eyes of your users, don't you? It's amazing what you can catch by doing that.
It's something like that. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to work on the Eliza program again.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna work for Raynor. I mean, if we had to choose, I would work for Soren over Raynor.
Wait, no? But that's your career.
It was. I'm not even sure if I have a career anymore.
Oh, hang on, I just thought of something.
Oh, Lord.
That means you worked with Raynor, right?
Oh my goodness.
A little bit. For most of the time I was at Skanda, he wasn't anyone I spoke to, though. Too high up the chain, doing his executive stuff.
Ooh.
He got more involved when we were starting to commercialize the technology, but I left not long after that. So, we only overlapped for a short time.
He might have noticed you from the distance, though.
But that's so cool, though.
Okay, no, it's not. Calm down.
I can't believe you actually worked with Raynor Sai.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm not sure it's that impressive.
I'm with Evelyn on that. Ray lowers her gaze at me.
I've worked for this company for 3 years. Do you think he knows my name?
Okay. Ray, we need to have a quick talk. You know, this is like Walmart, okay? The CEO of Walmart isn't gonna know every store manager, okay? That'd be impossible. Ray, I'm sorry.
Do you think he's aware I exist? I worked on the very first Eliza deployment and
Oh,
managed
never mind.
3 counseling centers today, and I'll bet you anything he has no idea who I am.
Oh, you might be a little important. More important than just like a little store manager.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Evelyn, most people who work for big companies don't interact with the people at the top, ever. Allow yourself some pride.
Okay, I mean, sure.
I'll try.
Seriously, I think that's amazing.
Okay.
At least I'll always think you're cool.
Well, thank you.
By the way, what are you up to tonight?
Are we going out?
Want to come over and help me bake cookies?
We're gonna say maybe.
Maybe.
It'll be fun, I promise. Now I can't wait to get in the kitchen tonight.
Oh, Lord.
There's nothing like the smell of fresh baked treats.
I was worried Ray would be mad at me for keeping a secret, but she wasn't at all. If anything, she warmed up to me quite a bit. I don't really understand why, though. It's hard to imagine there's anything cool about what I used to do. Oh, more messages. Oh, it's Erland. Evelyn, it was wonderful to meet you, and thank you for allowing me to contact you to ask additional questions. Oh my goodness, dude. Slow down. I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit I've been something of a fan of yours ever since I read your papers when I was in school, so I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you like this, haha. So I know Eliza was named after this old computer program that pretended to be a therapist, but you mentioned it wasn't called that initially. I'd like to know, what did you call Eliza when you were working on it? Did it have a name? In the very early days, it wasn't a set thing. Each of us had a different name we used. Soren called it the Digital Therapy Project, and we often referred to it by things by their components. The language processing unit, the emotional reasoning engine, and so on. Now that I think about it, I did have my own name. I called it the Listener, because that's what it was meant to do. Listen to people. And let's get the Listener. That's interesting. Thank you. I expected you to ask more technical questions. The technical stuff isn't enough on its own. I think that's the mistake my predecessors made. It's details like this that really help me wrap my brain around the system. If I understand the programmer, then I understand the program. Does that make sense? Yeah, I understand. Or I get it. Okay, and we continue. Chief engineer for Eliza, huh? Wonder how long he'll last. Not that it's any of my business now. Okay, so... Oh, hold on, let's look at our email or Eliza. Okay. Article. Ray smiles. Okay, so this is an article about Ray. The article came out. I think it turned, but the emphasis on me is a little embarrassing. Oh, that's long. Oh, it's just about Eliza. So, okay. Well, I'm going to end this video right here so that we avoid having another 10-minute video because that was not fun, but it's okay. So, I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time of the day it is when you're watching this, and I hope to see y'all next time.